Hello everyone, I'm Adam.
And I'm Justin, and we're freaking Graveyard Shift Comms. We're doing some DBZ Budokai here for you
Hell
guys.
yeah, Budokai 1. This is the HD version, not the PS2 version. The only thing that kind of sucks, and because I don't know if you've ever played the HD version or collection.
Yeah,
Um,
I've played it.
oh, you have? Well,
Yeah,
they changed the soundtrack. So I think because I think this is still Rock the Dragon, everyone's favorite song.
as far as
Um,
Dragon Ball Z goes, yeah.
but everything else is different because supposedly there was like this copyright scandal with the composer, and like there are YouTube videos out there that shows comparisons of like the songs he ripped off, and it's like wow, he really ripped them off like big time.
The composer for
So
Dragon Ball Z, or the composer
no, the
for
composer for the games,
oh
he did all the original Budokai. I don't think he did yeah, because Tenkaichi, this the soundtrack they're using are from the Tenkaichi games, and in this game now. And I think he did Kai at first, but then they fired him because copyright.
yeah, obviously get that bastard out of there.
Yeah,
And so we're just going through the intro on this. We're not gonna like not talk over it. We're not gonna skip it. Just kind of show you guys
yeah, it just shows
how it
off.
is. Like the HD, I'm sure everyone's played the GameCube one or the PS2 version. This is the
Yeah,
HD, so this is like Xbox 360, PS3.
yeah, yeah.
I
This
think
one's
this is
PS3.
on your PS3, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I have it
Okay.
on PS3.
Oh yeah. By the way, we're cousins, so like that's like the premise of our channel. Like
Yeah.
that's like our come together. Like Adam has his own channel where he does like reviews and stuff like that, does little commentaries. And me, I've been on and off YouTube for a while. I want to get into streaming and stuff like that. Just don't really have the time. Don't really like know the direction to go into. So we just
Yeah,
figured let's start up this channel, and we'll just kind of wing it from here.
yeah. There's our resume if you guys are interested.
Yeah, there you go. Just give us a
So
little background.
obviously we're starting a new game. That's cool. We're just gonna be doing the story mode. I will be showing off because I'm recording this. Uh, I'll be showing off the Hercule mode later on down the road as
There
well,
you
and then
go.
so because right now and then fuck every time you start a new saga in the story mode, it plays Rock the Dragon again, which is kind of annoying. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be going through story mode first, and then you go through second time with like the other battles, which is kind of weird. And then after that, I'll do the Hercule little mode thing, and that'll be that. So
Okay, that sounds cool.
that's cool to look forward to. And oh my god, Budokai story nostalgia. Holy shit! Was this like the first Budokai game you or Dragon Ball Z game you ever played?
Actually, I think it was the Game Boy Color one with like the freaking like the card Game Boy Color one where
Yeah,
you mash
Legendary
buttons.
Warriors.
Yeah,
I
Legendary
actually want to do
Warriors.
that game later down the line.
God, that game was fucking difficult.
I was thinking about reviewing it too, but that's for another day. But yeah, I
Get
I
back to
actually
you.
can't remember if this. I want to say this was actually my first. But yeah, I remember playing on my GameCube all the time back in.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember this is like all I played.
Oh my god. I remember I had the shitty ass little TV in my room, my GameCube hooked
Oh
up
my
to it.
god, yeah, that was hilarious.
All I played was Budokai. I remember my mom would come in too, and she like, cause when they fight, like especially with Vegeta, whenever I'd play as him, cause he was one of my favorites. He probably is my favorite in this game. I just like his fighting style, but he would like say stuff like "drop dead" and stuff, and she thought it was all like, she's like, "What are you playing? Oh my god."
Yeah,
I was like, "Shut up, mom. It's Dragon Ball Z. It's cool."
yeah. Dragon Ball Z was the shit back then. I mean, now the new game that came out, I can't even think of the title to be honest, but I own it. We
Xenoverse.
play, yeah, Xenoverse, man. That one's actually like a lot of fun. That's like the last. That's actually one of the first Dragon Ball Z games I've bought since like I think it was Budokai 2. I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like just stopped buying Dragon Ball Z games after like Budokai 2. Like I don't know. I didn't really lose interest in like the series. I just kind of like lost interest in that game genre.
Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. Me, like, because if anyone follows my channel, like, they know, since the only two reviews so far I've done is Dragon Ball Z related. I've played all the console games pretty much. I might be missing out on a few, especially like the older, like the Butoden, like the SNES games. Like, I never touched those. Um, but then, so most of the recent games I've played, but I skipped some of the handheld games, like. There's this. It was some Japanese name. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like a card game on DS. I never played that. My brother Alex actually he had that game. I never played it though.
Oh yeah,
And then I got the Shin Budokai games on my PSP just because custom firmware, but I've never actually played them. And same thing with Tenkaichi Tag Team. So most of the handheld games is what I missed out on. Uh,
yeah. I mean, I heard I didn't really miss out on much, but I didn't get any of the PS3 or Xbox 360 ones. I'm trying to think like Burst Limit. I think there's Burst Limit 2, and there's like Ultimate Tenkaichi, which I heard is like one of
terrible.
the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Battle of Z. I'm
Oh
pretty sure that's
God.
what it was called.
Yep. Insert
That
plug
one I
here.
heard was also yeah, I heard that one was also like pretty avoidable.
Yeah. What was your strategy whenever you play this game? Just mash buttons.
I mean, I didn't like to just mash buttons, but I'm sure like being like a kid and playing this, I'm sure I tend to mash buttons. But
Yeah. That's really all you need to do to like. It's not like like a complex. Well, the thing about like the Dragon Ball fighters is they're more fast and yeah, it just flows more fast. Whereas like Mortal Kombat, it's more slow and the
yeah,
character's a little more stiff. But that's like how fighting games play out. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, it's a little more stiff. And you got to be more
yeah.
skilled.
Well, see, that was exactly like how I kind of got like into Budokai. One of my first GameCube games was Deadly Alliance from
Oh, isn't that
Mortal
Mortal Kombat?
Kombat.
Yeah.
Deadly Alliance, yeah. It's I can remember the case right now. It's like black and it's like the gray, like the silver lettering, and
Yeah.
the character roster is like one of the worst 'cause it's got like none of the like they have a bunch of like made up characters in the Mortal Kombat like whatever you call it, like realm or genre of the series, the Mortal Kombat series. Like, they just have a bunch of characters who are just like pretty much like one hit wonders, or just like they were only in Deadly Alliance. They didn't really do anything else. But like my like, growing up, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat, and I think April 14th is when the next one comes out. Don't quote
Oh,
me on it, but I'm
X.
pretty
Yeah, I don't
sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm pretty sure it's April 14th or April 10th. I
I'm
know
not
it
sure
comes
either.
out sometime next month, which it's March, the end of March, so in about like 2 3 weeks. That should be coming out, and I'm definitely gonna pick that up. And that's something I 100% want to do, but I need to figure out like what I want to do in the meanwhile.
Right.
But I definitely want to do X and
Oh,
do
for
like
sure.
online and Mortal Kombat Mondays. Bring that back. That's something I used to do with one of my old channels.
Yeah. Oh, I,
But
I hate this section
this
right
part,
here.
this part was so fucking hard,
Yeah.
man.
I remember I actually got a fucking because it was GameCube version and I think they wanted you to rotate the C stick, which is like what the fuck? Why can't I just use the
Yeah,
analog
yeah,
stick?
yeah. No, that was
And I
it.
remember I got a fucking callus on my hand, like I had like a hole, like it just
Yeah,
it just burned through my
That C stick was like the size of like a nipple, like
yeah
literally.
yeah the nipple
That
stick.
was that had like no use for it. It was pretty much like a camera for like most. Well, it either was like not even in use or like it was a
Yeah.
camera for like I'm trying to think like Wind Waker or something like that.
Yeah, maybe Sunshine. I can't remember, but yeah, it was hardly
Yeah,
used.
Sunshine. It was like a camera or something, so like just a different camera. It was kind of stupid, but
Yeah, it
that was
was.
pretty
I
avoidable.
hated I hated the C stick, and I hated that part so much. It's not too bad nowadays, but as a kid, oh my god, I remember just dreading that part.
All right, let's put it on the clock. All right, how many? What are your favorite game controllers? Give me your top three.
Game
All your
controllers.
yeah, game controllers. Yeah,
Um, the 360 is definitely cool. I just hate the D-pad, and I know Xbox One's D-pad is a lot better, but I haven't got a chance to use that. I did like PlayStations, like I would have said PS3 earlier, but now I like the PS4 controller. Like they changed it up a little bit. It's a little elongated, and I like that better.
yeah.
And then yeah, I guess I would have to just say GameCube too, because like I mean yeah, the C stick kind of sucks, like we were just talking about, but everything else just feels
Oh yeah, the GameCube. Okay, well mine. All right, number one's probably the GameCube. Number two, with a dark horse pick, probably the PS4. I mean, I know it's a little newer, and I know everyone's gonna say their own. They might like the Nintendo 64 or
Oh,
the
I hated the
original
64
Xbox.
controller.
I know some
64.
people. It's either they hate it or they love it. Like I feel like, because I know there was some. I had some friends who would hold it the most fucked up way. They would hold it like they'd put their thumbs. They'd interlock their thumbs in between the that big like long like
Yeah.
that big like long thing or whatever, and they like interlock their thumbs in there and they just hold it like that. And I'd be like, you fucking bastards.
Yeah, no, no. I had one neighbor who he would hold the two edges, right? So he'd hold the left edge and the right edge which you always hold the right edge because that's where all the buttons are. But
Yeah.
then he would hold the left edge instead of holding the middle. When he used the joystick, he would like just like put his thumb all the way over there. I was like, that looks so uncomfortable. Like if you're gonna use a joystick, just hold the middle, and if you're gonna use a D-pad, then just hold the left. Like, ugh,
Yeah.
I hated that controller so much. It was so bad.
Yeah, some people hate it or love it, but I'd say my number two is probably the DualShock, and my number three is probably, I'm probably the 360 actually. I really like that. That's really
Yeah,
comfortable.
360 has like the best triggers,
Yeah, the
and
PS3 I didn't really care for that much. I thought I mean, I thought
yeah,
it
it was
personally
just
it felt kind of cheap and it
yeah,
wasn't as
yeah,
good. The PS4 just feels really nice. They really
yeah.
did a whole lot between moving the PS3 to PS4.
What really feels cheap though? PS2, like because I'm doing Ultimate Ninja like 1 and 2 on my channel, and that's PS2, and I'm just using the
Yeah.
control. I'm like, this feels like it's $5. Like it feels like it's gonna break any second. PS2 feels so cheap, the controller.
Yeah, they definitely didn't do too much to like satisfy. Even I like the original Xbox one. That one was kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't really like
I
the
didn't,
white
I didn't
black.
like the black and white
Yeah,
part. I thought that was kind of stupid because some games used it, some games didn't, and some games it was like such like a key function. Like some game, I remember there was a Star Wars fighting game, and I completely forget the name of it, but
yeah, I would know.
it was like I think it might have just been Revenge of the Sith, the third one.
Yeah, 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 I played that
But
one.
like
Yeah,
you could like there was a mode where you could like fight in it too, which I
yeah.
thought was pretty cool. But yeah, it might have been that one. But like there was like where you had where like one of the attacking buttons was like the black, and I was like that's kind of stupid.
Oh god, yeah. I played that game on PS2, so I wouldn't know if controls were, but yeah, that sounds yeah. Whenever I had used black for anything, I had minimal experience with the original Xbox, so I had it only for a little bit, and I can't. The only game I remember playing was Spider-Man 2 on it.
Huh.
So yeah, I never got into Halo, which is something I do want to get into, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean I liked Halo. I grew up with Halo, and I enjoyed like some of the exclusives on Xbox.
yeah,
And I really liked Lego games, like Lego Star
yeah,
Wars and stuff
yeah,
like that. I had all those. And then once I got older and like Lego Batman and that shit came out, I was probably like a freshman in high school and I was just like, nah, fuck that. And they made like Lego Harry Potter and now they have like Lego Lord of the
yeah. They
Rings. It's
got
like
Lego fucking prostitutes,
everything. They have Lego everything,
Lego
man. It's
GTA.
ridiculous. It's insane.
Oh god. Hey Justin,
Yeah.
how is it Nappa?
Well, it stinks.
Fucking Nappa, he's dead.